Okay. So in the last session, those who were present, we were discussing about basics of Python. We are already done with almost all the basic things which we wanted to discuss. Today we will see some of the questions, and then we will start with the concept of data science, machine learning. We will try to discuss all those things because in the first unit itself, they have mentioned the concepts like dimensionality reduction technique, then PCA, principal component analysis. But yes, obviously, before discussing all these things, one needs to be clear with some of the basic concepts. So that's why I'm just trying to play with the basic things first. Okay. So and yes, obviously, we'll be discussing about data science life cycle. This I think we have discussed. Okay. But yeah, if anyone is having any doubt, uh, I will be discussing that one once again. And yes, people are actually asking me about. They are asking that I have already uploaded some of the videos on YouTube channel, but they are not finding out any links for the notes. So yes, I will be adding the links for the notes also. You will get it very soon. Okay? Those who are asking me about all the notes, yes, I'll be providing all the links below YouTube videos only. Don't worry about that. Okay? So in the last session, we were talking about all these things. So I think we are done with all of them, right? Starting with the data types, we have seen numbers, strings, printing, list, dictionary, boolean, tuple sets. Everything is done. Comparison operators we have seen if, elif, and else statements we have seen. Lambda expressions also done. Just I just want to confirm. Did we discuss map and filter in the last session? Can anyone just confirm? Otherwise, I can go and see the last session's recording also. Just let me just tell me whether we discussed this one. Yes or no? Map and filter. Anyone please reply me so that I can continue with the next topic otherwise. Because these are the things. These are the things which I wanted to discuss. Okay. So I'm getting it. No, sir. Okay. So what I will do, I think the only point which one is remaining is this one, map and filter. Till lambda expression, I think we were done, right? I hope. If I am wrong, just correct me. Otherwise, I will discuss this one also. Okay. So I am hoping that everyone is clear about all these things. Whatever we have discussed, these are very basic things. Till lambda expression, everyone is clear. Now, what I will do, I will go with this concept. What is map and what is filter? These are the two methods which are available in Python, and we will see what is the use of that and how to make use of lambda expression inside map and filter. So we will see each with a very simple example. Okay, so all these things we are done. Okay. These are things. So those people who are asking me about the notes, I'll be providing this file below those videos because I am just in the process of uploading all the videos one by one, and then after that I will update it. Don't worry. Okay, so in below the video in the YouTube, you will get all these things, whatever topics I have mentioned in this note. Okay, so map and filter. Let's see how map and filter actually works, right? So how to make use of lambda expression inside that. So let me go and try to show it in a new notebook. Let me create a new notebook here. So map, the name itself tells you actually what it is. Mapping is nothing but suppose you have written some function or maybe you have written some lambda expression. So what you can do is instead of applying some that particular expression or lambda expression or function on a part of a data, you can apply it on that data in one line only. See, what we have seen till now is we have talked about lambda expressions, right? So lambda expressions are also called as anonymous function. That is the function without any name, right? So anonymous functions. Why we use lambda expressions? Because lambda expressions can help you for something called as code optimization, or it can help you to reduce the number of lines of code. So many times if you have written some function, for example, so instead of that function, what you can do is instead of writing down the function of maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 lines, you can make use of a lambda expression in that case. So for code optimization, this is one of the uses of lambda expressions, right? So that's why we use that. Now what we will be doing is we are going to talk about map and filter, but in map and filter also we can make use of lambda expressions. Let's see how. So this is a list. SEQ is a list which you are able to see. Let me just create this particular list. You know how to create a list. So SEQ actually looks like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 these elements. Let's see now how to make use of that map and filter. So what I will do is, see, this square. This square is actually a function which we have already written. Square function actually. So what I will do is I will define a function here, maybe named as square, okay, or SQ, square. So what this square is going to do is, if you pass a number to it, it is going to return the square of that number. So that's what we are going to do. So return x into x. It's a very simple function. So see, sq of, this is how you can write a function, right? So see, it is written in a square of that. So what we will do is, now we will make use of lambda. We will make use of this map function, as we want to discuss map and filter. So see, I will write down a map function. Now what I want to do is, I want to apply this square function on that SEQ list. So if I go and if I try to run it, it is going to show you address. See, it is going to show you location where the result of this one is shown. Now what is the result of this map of SQ comma SEQ? So SEQ is 1 2 3 4 5. What SQ is doing? SQ is finding out the square of each number. So you are going to get a square of 1, square of 2, square of 3, 4 and 5. So answer will be 1, 4, 9, 16 and 25. As simple as that. But if you want to see the answer, what you need to do is, you just need to include this particular thing inside map or a list, or inside tuple or a list. See, what I will do is, suppose inside list I am going to write it down here, and then I will run it. Now see, you will get a result in the form of tuple, because you know whatever is enclosed in a square bracket, that we call it as square, that we call it as a list, right? Or otherwise you could have your result in tuple also. So tuple of map of SEQ comma sequence, and then if I go and if I try to run it, you will be getting the same result. The only difference is that this is the tuple and this is the list. Now you know what is the difference between tuple and a list, right? So this is a simple use of this map function. What you can do is, you can map anything. You can either map a function to some data, or you can map a lambda expression to some data. For example, if I write down the lambda expression, suppose I am writing down the lambda expression, which is going to find out the cube of a number. So how we write down the lambda expression for that? So lambda expression variable, and then whatever the operation we want to do. Suppose I want to find out the cube, right? So what I will do is, maybe x star x star x. That means it is finding out the cube. But what I will do, I will assign this particular lambda expression to some variable, suppose t. So t is equal to this one. Run it. Now what I will do is, map this lambda expression, comma, on which data? On this data, right? And then again, if you want to see the result, go and see the result in either in list or in tuple. So I will see it in list. Now see, here you got the cube of each number: cube of 1, cube of 3, cube of 4, 5 and 6. 1 2 3 4 5, right? So this is how you can make use of a lambda expression and map function. Otherwise, see, if suppose let me copy this particular lambda expression, instead of this particular variable, I could have used lambda expression directly. That's also possible. So what I can do is, map of, write down the lambda expression on which data I want to apply it, on this particular data set. And as you want to see the result, go and typecast it with the help of a list, and then you will be able to see the same result, that is cube of each number in SEQ. That's what it is. This is how we can make use of map method or map function, right? Which is a ready-made method available in Python. I hope everyone is clear about map, right? So let's try to talk about another thing, and that is nothing but filter, right? So we talked about map. Now let's try to talk about filter. I hope everyone is able to understand what is in the map. If anyone is having any doubt, you can just ask me in the chat box, no problem. Okay. So let's try to talk about filter now. Again, filter is also same. If you want to apply any lambda expression, any function on some data set, definitely you can make use of filter. So filter itself tells you what it is actually. Filter is nothing but what the word itself tells you. It is going to help you to filter out the data according to some condition, and that condition can be according to the lambda expression or a function. Because at the end of the day, lambda expression is also a function. It's an anonymous function. That is a function without any name. So see, what's going to happen here is, instead of this map, we are going to make a filter map. So see, what this lambda expression is going to do. Suppose, I hope you people now will be able to tell me what this is doing. So see, lambda is a keyword. Item is just a variable. Item colon atom percentage 2 equal to 0 SEQ. Can anyone tell me what this particular lambda expression is doing? Are you people able to understand it? If you know this sign, then you will be able to tell me. You will be easily able to tell me what it is. What it is actually. Yeah, I got. I'm getting some answers. Remainder. Yes, right. That's absolutely right. Remainder. So yes, I mean right. Vibor is saying printing whose remainder is 0. Okay, that is, I can say that's right. So see, you people are absolutely right. This percentage sign is nothing but the remainder. So it's like this: x colon x mod 2, right? So it means what? There is a variable. To that variable, you are dividing with 2, and when you divide it with 2, the remainder is 0. So if you divide certain number with 2, and if you get remainder as 0, what kind of a number is it? It's an even number, right? Basic thing. If you divide some number and if you get the remainder as 0, obviously it's a even number. That means this lambda expression is doing what? This lambda expression is going to find out the remainder. No, sorry, it is going to find out the even number, right? Even numbers, whether a particular number is even or not. And then that logic we are applying it on SEQ. So what are we doing is here we are going to make it a filter function. So because this lambda expression is going to check what? It is just going to check that whether a particular number after dividing it by 0, whether it is giving the remainder as 0 or not. That's what it is doing, and that's the logic we are applying it on SEQ. So what's going to happen? Suppose if I go and if I try to insert the same. Now see, what is SEQ? SEQ is our list. What numbers do we have in SEQ? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now which are the even numbers? 2 and 4. That means once I apply this particular filter function according to this lambda expression on this particular SEQ data, what I should get is only 2 and 4, because after dividing to 2 only I am going to get remainder as 0, and after dividing to 4 only I am going to get remainder as 0, because these are the only even numbers, right? So in short, I want to say that this lambda expression is going to find out the even numbers. So whenever there is a filtering, right, whenever you want to filter out the data, you make use of filter method. Let me run this. And okay, so again what it is showing you? It is showing you where the result is stored. So what we can do is I can copy this particular thing and just typecast it with either list or tuple. That's it, and run. Now see, we will get the result as 24, because why 24? It's an even number. I hope everyone is clear. That's a simple use of map and filter. Okay, I hope everyone is clear. So whenever you want to filter out the data, you can make use of lambda expression inside filter method. Whenever you want to map something on some data, again you can make use of lambda expressions or functions on that particular data with the help of map method, which is available in Python. That's what map and filter is. It's a simple example, right? And yes, obviously there are some methods, ready-made methods. There are a lot of ready-made methods that are available in Python actually. But yes, there are some important methods which we are going to need again and again. I hope you might be knowing about this one. So let me copy this particular string. So see, st is equal to hello, my name is Yogesh. This is a simple string, right? Suppose if I am writing down something like this, we are learning uh, data science. Let me put some, okay, let me put some expression like this particular expression, okay, and then something like let me write down something like this, something like this. So let's go ahead. Now this is what my string is. St. This is how we declare a string in Python, right? Now if I type st and then press tab button and then press then st dot and then press tab button, it is going to show me all the methods which I can apply on a string st. See, I have written st then dot and then press tab. I'll be able to see all these methods. So these are the methods I am going to talk about. Now there are some methods which are really very important. So suppose simple method is like, now you can see in this case there are some uppercase letters and there are some lowercase letters. Suppose this y is uppercase, right? Suppose let me just write down this in uppercase, this in uppercase, something like this, okay, and this in uppercase. Let me run it. Let's see that. Okay, this is what your st now. Now you can go and you can make the some methods like st.lower. st.lower is going to do what? It is going to convert everything into lower, as simple as that. Similarly, st.upper. See, I will be showing you an application where we are going to make it of all these basic things. See, everything is going to convert it into upper. Similarly, if I go here and if I type st dot, there is something called as title. Title, yes. Title is going to do what? Title is going to convert each and every word, first word of each and every word to uppercase. See, you will see the output. Now see, H is uppercase, M is uppercase, N is uppercase, I. So first letter of each and every word is converted to uppercase with the help of title. That's what title does, right? So upper, lower, and title. Remember this thing. Now there is one more important thing. Let me try to see here. If I go again, you have count, find, and all those things are available. Okay, but there is something called as split. Split is very important, and we are going to require it. I will be showing you some questions once we are done with this. So to answer those questions, some of those questions you are going to require split. Remember this, okay? So see, st dot split. St is just a variable, okay, which is a string here. So st dot split. If I go here and if I try to call this, what will happen? Split is going to split your string into different elements. And always remember, split by default splits on the basis of space character. Okay, try to listen carefully. Split always splits on the basis of space character. Let me show you the output. See, this is the output of split. Now, what has happened in this case? In this case, see, hello, comma, my. So there was no space in between that. That's why what split has actually done, it has taken this complete string as one word or one element. Hello, comma, my. And then space and then name. That's why name is another element. And one more point you remember is that output of split is always in the form of list. Right? You can see this output is enclosed in square brackets, and square brackets is nothing but what? It's a list. Always remember, output of a split method always is in terms of list. Very important. Many people make mistakes. You will be observing that later on. Remember this, okay? By default, the split character for split is space. That means split method splits on the basis of space character by default. For example, now if you see in our st, now see how many elements I am able to see here. So if I go and if I try to count, by default, as it splits on the basis of space character, so I am able to see 1, 2, 3, sorry, hello space, yeah, this one element, second element, third element, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10 elements are there, right? Because it was split on the basis of space character. Now suppose I want to split it on the basis of some another character. For example, I can see there are some commas here, right? So you can see hello, this is 1, name is 2, and then 3, and then 4. So if I go and if I try to divide this particular string on the basis of another character, that is comma, this is how I can split it. So in this case, I will be getting how many elements? 1. This is 2. This one is 3, and then 4. This is what is going to happen. Now see how many elements I got. Let's check that. So one element, see, one element, second element, third element, and fourth element. So try to understand. With the help of split, you can split a string with by any character, but by default the character is what? Space. That's what my point is. Suppose if I want to split, suppose this is your st. If I want to split this st on the basis of some another character, suppose maybe I want to split it on the basis of exclamation mark. You can see in our string gives only one exclamation mark. So in this case, I will be getting 2 elements as output. Finally, see, this is one element and this is another element, because now we splitted the string on the basis of exclamation mark. You can check. So like that, you can have any character. Even you can have any character from that from the name. Suppose I want to split it on the basis of maybe y character, right? Again, see, it is splitted on the basis of y character. That's why this y is not shown here. Okay, this is how you can make use of split method. And always remember. So remember 2 points. Split method by default splits on the space character, and the output of split method is always in the terms of list. It always gives the output as list. For example, suppose I want to fetch this one from this one. What I can do is I can go here and just index it. That's it. Because we know indexing actually starts with 0. So what I got is I got first element, right? So this is what you can do is, right? So suppose if I go here and if I try to show you st dot split, so this is the first output which was on the basis of space character, right? Now I want first character out of, I want first element out of this. So what I can get do is that's it. Because we know how to index a string, how to index a list, and indexing in a list actually starts with 0, right? So same, exactly same. That's why I told you output of a split method is always in terms of list. This is very important. Suppose I want to fetch this one. So what I can do is 0 1 2 3, whatever we have seen in case of indexing, exactly same thing you need to do. So remember, output of split is always in terms of list. That's a very basic point but important point. Okay, next thing. So that's what I have shown here. For we have seen split, we have seen, okay, all these things we have already talked about. It is just that this is a very, different example. And I hope you are aware about dictionaries also, which are the different methods which are available in dictionary. So dictionary.keys is going to show all the keys. Values is going to show all the values, and dictionary.items is going to show all the items. That is keys and values both. That's what is shown here, nothing more than that. And yeah, if I say suppose talk about again one more thing is, if suppose if I have a list like this, okay, this is what my list. Now if I go and if I try to see all the methods, so here we'll append and all those things we have seen. Pop method, if I talk about, so pop method, what it does, it by default pops the last element from the list. If I go here and if I try to pop it, right, so you'll be able to see 1 2 3 4 because this one is popped. But yes, there is one more thing. If I go and if I try to use something called as PopItem, I think it is not there. Only pop method is available. PopItem is available in case of dictionary. So because see, if I am going here and if I am trying to check, only one method, that is pop. So by default, pop method pops the last element from the list. Always remember. But if you want to go here and try to do something like this one, and if I try to pop this one, see, it is going to pop 0 1 2 this element. So yes, that's also possible. So if you do not give any argument, by default it is going to pop the last element. Otherwise, you just need to give the argument like this, and then it will be able to pop the required element. That's how it is going to work. And I hope dictionary, all of you. So otherwise, let's give you the example. Suppose if I have a dictionary like this, so maybe name. Okay, this is how we create a dictionary. Suppose name is searching. So key and value there. Maybe runs. Again, this is a key, and the value of this key is suppose like this, and maybe suppose place. Okay, like this. So we have this thing. Now, if I run it, this is what my dictionary. Now there are different methods on dictionary, right? So all these three PopItem I was talking about. PopItem actually you can go and you can actually write down any key or value, whatever you want to pop, it can pop. But here I just want to tell you that if I go and if I try to run dictionary name.keys, it is going to show me all the keys. If I go and if I try to run dictionary.values, it is going to show me all the values. And if I want to see everything, I can go and I can make the items. This is how it is going to work. Name searching runs 20,000 place number. Okay, so these are the methods which we can make use of. And yes, obviously there are other methods also which are available in Python. And yeah, there is a topic called as tuple unpacking. Let me tell you tuple unpacking also in 2-3 minutes. See, for example, I have this type of a data. Now, what is this? X. X is a what? X is a list. So this is an example of where we have tuples inside a list, right? Because see, 1 2 is a tuple, 3 4 is a tuple, 5 6 is a tuple. But Each of these tuples are actually an element for this list X. Let me run it. Let me write down X. Let me write down X and let me run this. So this is how it is actually going to look like. So what is tuple unpacking? Let me show you with a simple example. See, this is nothing but indexing. So if I go and if I try to write down X of 0, so obviously X of 0 is going to be the first element, but the first element in this case is what? It's a tuple. It's a tuple, right? If I go and from this also I want this one, so I need to go and I need to write down something like this. So I will get. So now what happens is you can go and you can display it the way you want with the help of for loop, with the help of print function. Okay, so see, this is what I was talking about. So this is a simple example of for loop, which is going to help you to unpack the tuple. So for some variable in X, print item, print that variable. So what it is going to do? So for some variable in X, what do we have? In X, we have this particular thing, right? So what it is going to do? What it is just going to print that particular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now there can be different questions. What if I want only 1, 3, and 5? So what I can do is I can write the same thing. So for the I can write it down like this. See, for a comma b, this is also possible. This is called as tuple unpacking. So for a comma b in X, okay, I will use. Suppose I will first of all show you the same output in another way. What I will do is for a comma b in X, print a, or let me show you 135. Print a, or maybe it should be a comma b, and let me run it. Now see, 135 I got, right? Suppose I want to print 246. So what I can do is I can use the same code. Let me use copy it. And what I can do is for a comma b in X, bring b. You are going to get 246, right? But what if you want both? So what you can do is if you want output like this, maybe suppose instead of 135 or 246, suppose I want the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, same thing you can do. If I want the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a comma b in X, print a, and you can do print b. That's called as tuple unpacking. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how you can actually go and you can work with that. Okay. So I hope everyone is able to understand that particular topic also. It is just how you make use of that print. That's what is actually shown here. Okay. So these are some of the basic things which I wanted to discuss about Python. Right. After this, we will be discussing about maybe we will start with machine learning concepts, types of that, which are mentioned in your second unit actually. But yeah, I before that maybe we will talk about life cycle, how actually everything actually works. Okay, so yes, now on the basis of the things whatever we have discussed till now, let's try to talk about some of the questions. Okay, out of which some of them you will be able to answer very easily. For example, this one. So just answer all these questions. What is 7 to the power of 4? So how can you write down? Very simple thing. What is 7 to the power of 4? So we use what? Star notation, right? So what is 7 to the power of 4? It's a star notation. You might be knowing. So 7 to the power of 4. Go here. Sorry. 7 to the power of 4. Go here. This one. Obviously that answer is not right. So star notation. My point is that it's a star notation. That's what I want to take. Okay. Now next thing. Let's answer some of this. Yeah, this one. Just now we have seen. Suppose your string is like this, something like this, and we want output like this. So can anyone answer me what I should do? This is what your string is. The output which we want is this. So just tell me what will be the answer. Just type it in the chat box. Those who understood the question. The question is, this is your string, and the output which is needed is this. So just tell me what will be your answer. Okay, that's good. I am getting reply. So okay, Vibor is saying that I will just copy paste Vibor's answer. Okay, I'm just pasting. Okay, I'm getting answers from Isha Srivastava also and Rahul Sanath also. Let me check. So this is what Vibor said. Let me remove the question mark. Okay, so what it is say? He is saying it S dot split. Obviously, I need to run S first. This is what S is. Let me run. Okay, so this is what his answer. Let me add. Now this is S list of yes, right? I hope other people who answered it, their answer is also correct. Okay, so yes, Vibor, whatever he has said, that is right. S dot split, because we know split function by default splits on the basis of space time. So I think everyone is correct. Isha, Rahul, and Amin, all of you are correct. Now next question. Moving to the next question. Suppose, see, given the variables planet equal to Earth and diameter equal to 12742, use dot format to print the following string. So what we want is we want the output like this. The diameter of Earth is 12742 kilometers. So these two variables are given. I hope answer is actually given here itself. You need to make use of dot format. That's it. See, these two variables are given. I will run it. Now what they want is they want the answer like this. The diameter of Earth is this way. Okay, and they are asking us to make use of dot format. So how can we make use of dot format? So we write it down in the single quote or in double quote, right? So what they want is this. So the diameter of, instead of this, I am going to make use of curly bracket, okay, just to get the same answer. And here curly bracket. So the diameter of curly bracket is curly bracket kilometers dot format. This is how they make use of a dot format specifier. And here which variables we can make use of? Planet, comma diameter. The value of planet is what? Value of planet is Earth and diameter is 12742. Value of diameter is, so just run it. That's it. You will get the answer. Right? If you do not want this single quotes, what you can do is go here and just write it down in the print. Very simple example, but yes, this dot format is also very useful many times in English. So this is what your answer is. I hope everyone is able to understand. I will again repeat, if anyone is not able to understand anything, just put your question in the chat box. Yeah, this question I think many of you will be interested here. Yeah, see, suppose I have a list. LST is equal to this one. Now the question is, what will be your answer to grab hello? Just send me the answers in the chat box to grab hello. I want answer as hello. See, that's what is asked in this. Given this nested list, use indexing to grab the word hello. So what will be your answer? See, if you people want this, I will send it in the chat box. Same list to everyone. I send it to everyone in the chat box. Tell me, if you want to grab hello, what code you will write out? Okay, I am getting answers. Okay, Amin is saying 312. Let me copy paste Amin's answer. In this case, we will try to check with others answer. Yes, I mean that's right. But I mean, you need to add one more thing, and that is nothing but what? 0. Then you will get help. Okay. Yes, let me just see what other people are saying. Yes, Isha was saying LST dot split on the basis of comma and then 7. Okay. Saket, you are saying 320. 320 is not going to use the same answer. Let's check it. It should be 3120. This is what Isha is saying. Isha, it is giving us error. It is giving us error. Okay, because see, Isha, we do not make use of split method for list. We make use of split method for string. Just try to understand. I hope you got my point, Isha. That's why I'm asking you people to try it out. Okay. And yeah. So always remember, we apply split for string and not for list. Okay. And Saket, in your case, you just need to add this one. Otherwise, you are also okay. Moving to the next question. Yes, this one. Given this nested dictionary, grab the word hello. Again, I will just look at this one. I will just paste it in the chat box also. See, this is what your list is, dictionary is, and you need to grab, you need to tell me the answer to grab the word hello. Let me send it to everyone in the chat box. You can see it. Okay, this is what your dictionary is. So here also we need to grab which word actually target item. Okay, hello, hello word only. Yes, this word. We need to grab this word. You just tell me what will be your answer. Yes. Now tell me, what will be your answer to grab the word hello? So this is an example of a dictionary inside a dictionary or a list inside a dictionary. Otherwise, if I think it will require some time for this. So what I will do is I will show it to you. See, this is what your dictionary. Okay. Now see, our target is what? Our target is to grab this particular word. So just try to grab it like this. Maybe some of those who are aware about it, no problem. But I am just trying to answer this particular question just for those people who might not have studied it earlier. Okay, I got one answer from Vibor. Let me see whether his answer is right or wrong. Let me copy it and let me check it. So we will see Vibor's answer whether it is right or wrong. So yes, there is some syntax error. Okay, you are trying it out like this. D of tricky. No problem. See, what happens is, I will just show you what we want. We want to grab hello. Now let's see where is hello. This is hello. Now this hello is present where? This hello is present in this list. This list is where? This list is in this dictionary, right? And this dictionary is where? This dictionary is again in this list. So we need to go reverse way. So what I will do is, first of all, I will see how can I get the outside thing. So see, d is equal to k1. So to k1, what we have assigned? 1, 2, 3, and so on. So first and foremost thing, what I will do is, I will try and let's see what is there in k1 itself. Now in k1, okay, hello is there. Now this is a list. Now I am in outside layer. So 0, 1, 2, and as a third element, what it has is it has actually a dictionary. So what I will do is d of k1 of 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3. Now see, I got this dictionary. So I'm just going inside and inside. Okay, now I will go with tricky. So those people who directly tried out the tricky, it's not like that. You need to go step by step. So now here I am in tricky. Now tricky is a dictionary. To tricky dictionary, this list is assigned. So I am going to get this list as output. See, right? Again, we are not reached to hello yet. Now I am again in list. So 0th element, 1, 2, and 3. So what I will do is again go here and third element. Now we finally got this dictionary. Now this dictionary we can access with this key. So I just need to go. Let me copy it, and I need to go with the key target. So go here and just random target and run it. Now I have a list. Now in this list, which element I want? 0, 1, 2, 3. So finally the answer is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3. This is what my answer is. Right? I hope everyone is able to understand. Obviously, once you get these things, maybe tomorrow, I think maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will be updating those videos and putting links below those videos. Okay, so that you people will practice it. I hope everyone is clear. This is a simple indexing actually, but yes, obviously the example was like that. List inside dictionary or dictionary inside dictionary. That's why it is like. Okay, I hope that, everyone is clear. So next question is, what is the difference between tuple and a list? So obviously all of you are aware about that. List is mutable and tuples are immutable, and you know what is mutable. Okay. Next question. Next question is, create a function that grabs email website domain from a string in the form user@domain.com. See, that means what we want to do is, suppose if your email ID is something like abc@gmail.com. So you need to write down such a function to which if you pass this particular email ID as a string, the output should be gmail.com. Right? Domain name, it should grab the domain name. Suppose your email ID is maybe suppose xyz@yahoo.com. So the output should be yahoo.com. Right? Suppose your email ID is maybe xayd something like this @hotmail.com. Right? So your output should be hotmail.com. Domain name. So obviously, these kind of things are generally used in many businesses also. So you need to write a simple function which is going to return you the domain name, right? So domain name it should return. That's what the question is. I hope everyone is able to understand the question. So can anyone write down, because only one line it will require, nothing more than that. So you need to write down a function for this. I will give 2 minutes. If anyone is interested, you can just send the answer in the chat box and let's see. Okay, that's good. I am getting some replies. Okay, function one dot split. Okay, but what is function one, Saket? What is function one? That's what you need to write down. See here actually we haven't written anything. What is function one, Saket? We do not know what is function one. This is the answer which is said by Saket. But what is function one? You need to write down the definition of a function. Try to understand. Function is not already written. You need to write it down. I hope everyone is able to understand the question itself. There is no ready-made function available here. You need to write down the function. Okay, I got another answer. Let's see this one. Yes, something. Amin has written something. Let me see. That's what I am asking. See, this is what we wanted to write down. So let's see whether it is correct. Now, what Amin has said. Define A. A is a function. LST. Return LST dot split on the basis of @ character. Obviously, @ because email ID we write down it like this. Right? abc@gmail.com. Let me run this. Okay, so it is running perfectly. Now this is what the function is. Suppose to this function I am passing email ID. Suppose I am passing my email ID. yougishpm5555@gmail.com. Right? Now it should return what? It should return gmail.com. And in this case, I think yeah, it is correct. It will return. See, that's what I am asking. So yes, absolutely right. I mean, whatever you said, this is what I was asking. I hope everyone is able to understand. This is a simple function which they ask us to write down. That's what we have seen in case of functions. Right? So a simple logic is implemented with the help of function. A very basic function. Yeah, they actually ask us. I hope everyone is able to understand it. Right. Next question. Let's see. Yes. Next question is this one. Create a basic function that returns true if the word dog is contained in the input string. Right? See, if there is an input string like this, is there a dog here? So if there is a word dog is present, your function should return true. Otherwise, it should return false. Again, a very simple function. Can anyone write it down? So Find dog is the name of the function. So in this case, in this string, there is a word dog. That's why it is written true. So if there is a word dog, it should return true. Otherwise false. That's what you need to write down. I hope everyone is able to understand the question. Let me write down that particular function. See, suppose I am writing down a function, finding the dog. Okay. So find dog. Now, obviously, it is also going to have some string as an input. So find dog string, and what it should return? It should return true or false. But how it is going to return true or false? So you might be knowing in basic Python. See, suppose if I am writing down x in x comma y comma z. Can anyone tell me what is the result of this? Because if you understand this one, then you will be able to write down the function easily. Can anyone tell me what will be the result of this? Yes, right second. It is true. So it is going to give it true, right? So if there is no x here, suppose there is f, obviously it will return false. So in operator, there is operator called as in case of Python, that is actually used. Yes, I got one answer from Ami. Let me see whether it is correct or not. Let's try your answer. This is what Amin has said. So Amin is defining the function b lsc for x in lsc.split. So let me run it. I have run it. Now let me run a function b, and let me check whether it is going to accept. So see, this is what we wanted. Okay. So I hope everyone is able to understand. But in this case, what's going to happen? Suppose if I run this function like this, let's see. Now see, it is not answering. In this case, it is not answering. So I mean, if you are there, just try to understand what it is doing. If I write down dog like this, it is giving me the answer. But someone can write down the dog like this also. In this case also, it should give me the answer. Yes. So that function, whatever I mean has written, it is right. But what needs to be done here is you need to take care about all the cases, because someone is written dog like this, someone is written dog like this also. That is also a dog. This is also a dog. One and the same thing. It should give it true in this case. But in Amin's case, it is giving me true if and only if I write down dog like this. What we will do is we will define a function like this. So define a function. So I will give it a proper name. Define a function find dog. Some string is here, right? And it should return. Now it should return what? So I will be using this in operator. I will be making use of this in operator. So what I will do is return whatever the result of this one. Return dog in. Now instead of this, what I will do is, yes, I will be using split only, but no need to even use for loop. So dog in st dot. If you people remember lower function, I just now told you, right? Lower. So just convert everything into lowercase and then split. That's it. We are making the split only, right? But first we are converting it into lowercase and then applying the split. And you know what is the output of split? Output of split is always a list. That means something like this. That means ultimately what's going to happen? That means whatever user has written, it will be converted into lowercase and then it will be converted into a list. And then we already seen this one, how we apply this kind of operation in operator on list. That's it. This is what my function is. Go here and run it. Now if I go and if I try to run find dog, suppose I am writing down something like this. This dog is better than dog. Something like this. Now it should give it true. Even if I write down dog like this, here also dog like this, it should give me true. Now see, it is giving me the answer because I have taken care that it should be converted into lowercase. I hope everyone is able to understand. Right? Next question. Create a function that counts the number of times the word dog occurs in a string. So just to add to the previous function, you just need to count how many number of times the word dog has occurred in a string. That's what you need to count. So in earlier case, we were trying to find out whether the dog word is present or not, right? But here in this case, we are going to count it. So let me just write it down as we have 5 minutes left. See, you need to write another function. Just count dog. I will give the name count dog. Obviously, here I am going to pass string here, right? Your colon indentation will be taken care. Now I'll just go and initialize some variable with 0, count equal to 0. So here for some word in, here I will use st dot lower. St is our string, right? Whatever user is going to pass this particular variable. St dot lower dot split. Just now we have seen what split does. This is split. It is going to give the output in terms of list. Okay. Now, if this word is equal to if it's a dog, I have already taken care to convert it to lowercase. That's why I can make the this dog all cases in lowercase. Okay. If word equal to dog, just go and increment the value of the count. So count plus equal to, I hope you people are aware about this. Count plus equal to 1 or count equal to count plus 1 and the same. Right? That's it. And finally, go and return the value of the count. So let me see if everything is right. Yes. Now go here and try to suppose pass this particular string as an input. So it should give me the output as 2 now, right? Because 2 times dog is occurring here. Okay. What there is some mistake. What I did, what mistake it is? Okay. Count dog. This dog is better than dog. Okay. Here in this line, for a word in h dot lower dot split. So what did we miss here? St dot here parenthesis. Here it should be parenthesis. Let me run it once again. Let me run this. Now see, you got the output. Okay. So that's how actually you can go and you can write on the function. I hope everyone is able to understand this. Again, you will be getting this exercise also. You just need to wait for some time because I am uploading the videos as and when I am getting the times, and I will be updating you. Don't worry. Okay. So there are some 2-3 more questions actually. Maybe we will discuss in next session, and then we will try to start with the new topic in your first unit. Okay. So that's it from my side today, and maybe we will discuss the remaining things in the next session.